Hey, is this me? I can't tell.
Hi. I have a review. It's been a little while. A few reasons for that. One, life's busy, and I got sick. And two, there's kind of not a whole lot of interest out right now, at least to me. Although the end of July is looking really good. So yeah, but I'm here with a very exciting album, and that is Vessels by Be'lakor from Australia. They're a melodic death metal band. It's their fourth album, third of significance, to be honest with you. It's first since 2012's A Breath and Bone, which is a fucking amazing album. And so is Stone's Reach. Just the way this band just combines melody and riffs is kind of like no other. There's very few bands out there that I'd put up there in this band's league. I love bands with this type of sound. A little bit heavier, sharper, melodic death metal sound. You know, not the more Gothenburg pretty sound that, say, Soilwork has, but stuff like this band, In Mourning, Omnium Gatherum, that type of stuff. Of Breath and Bone really blew me away when it came out, or when I first listened to it. You know, I didn't really get into this band until I'd say about 2 years ago, and you know, immediately went and listened to Stone's Reach, and this is a band that I jam a lot. They truly will blow you away. So I was very excited for this album, and this album totally does deliver. Starts off with Luma, which I thought was an interesting intro to this album. I enjoyed it. Nothing out of the ordinary, I thought, for this band. Then you get to An Ember's Arc. Phenomenal track. I just love a lot of the build-up in that song. I love the acoustics. A lot of acoustic guitar on here. I mean, not that this band's never used it. They have. Don't get me wrong. But I just liked how they used it on this album. I feel they used it a little bit more tastefully, and it just feels really good when you listen to it. And I loved it. I thought that song was great. And the thing that kind of grabbed me about that song is that, you know, I'm used to those you're kind of used to those big hooks that that Be'lakor has, you know, in terms of just, oh fuck, that's a nasty riff or something like that. And I feel like that song didn't really have that, but it's still just a great song, and it just shows that, you know, hey, we don't need big old fucking riffs to really hook you in. I'd say my favorite song on here is the fifth track, Whelm. I love the beginning of that song. I love, you know, the soft nature of it. I love when the drums kick in. It's super good. And that song goes with a lot of songs from this band. They just kind of go through so many different stages, and it just flows so naturally. But this song especially, I felt the melodies were just super strong. And then towards the end, it gets to a very energetic riff, a riff that feels very familiar for Be'lakor, and it just completely kicks ass. I just thought that song was just amazing from start to finish. Every song on here is just phenomenal from start to finish, but that one especially really stood out to me. The thing I love about this band is they kind of let their music do the talking. You know, George on vocals, you know, he's fine, but that's not what I listen to this band for, to be honest with you. I'll be 100% serious. They could go all instrumental and I wouldn't give a shit. I'm not saying the guy has no talent in terms of vocals. They're fine, but that's not the hooks of this band. It's the melody, the atmosphere, the fucking riffs, and that's what's awesome. And I just kind of love when they just jam, because they just kind of speak for themselves. A Thread Dissolves is another one that just, to me, that song is a very powerful song that just kind of speaks for itself, and it's really good. I just think from a songwriting perspective, I mean, this band is kind of unrivaled to me in the melodic death metal space. They're just fucking good, and that's, like I said earlier, it just feels natural, and it feels unique, it feels thoughtful, and I just love it. I love how, you know, they just have a great guitar lead, and that's what'll get stuck in your head, or that riff that just completely rips, or that acoustic guitar part, you know, like, that's the stuff that's just beautiful about this band. They kind of just do it like no one else. And it's phenomenal, and, you know, I feel this album is a little bit different for them in that I just didn't notice as many just standout riffs, but when they stood out, and they spoke a lot better. It's just great. I love it. This is definitely going to be one of my top albums of the year. I ordered this album, I don't know, a week ago, and it's not here yet, and I'm fucking sad, because I just want to listen to it all the time, which I kind of have been since it came out. Just listen to this band. Their past 3 albums have just been on point, man. I mean, like Sun's Delusion, Venator. Oh my god, it's so good. I'm gonna cry. The last track too is a very epic track, 9.5 minutes long. I mean, that's one thing, you get some pretty meaty songs with this band, and I thought it was a great way to end it. There's some just very powerful and very beautiful moments on here. I love it. Anyways, 9.5 out of 10 for me. Check out this band, check out this album, because it's a good old time, man. See you guys.